Hello pupils, how you doing? I hope you're fine. I am fine also. You're welcome to our next class. We are going to have a lesson on general science, and our topic is the state of water. We are going to look at how water changes from solid, liquid to gas. But before we move to our main lesson, let's look at the specific objectives. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to define water, define matter, mention the state of matter, and also explain changing states of water. Now let's look at what is water. So water is colorless, odorless, and tasteless liquid. For instance, when you take in any liquid and it has color, it has odor, and it has taste, you cannot call it water, though it is a liquid. Now let's look at the pictures here. The first picture is a Coca-Cola bottle. You can see the contents there. It has color. Now when you drink it, it has taste. When you perceive it, it has an odor. So it cannot be called water. Now let's look at our next picture here. This is a water container. As you can see, the content there is colorless. Now when you take in this content, it is tasteless. When you perceive it, it is odorless. So it can be called water. We cannot talk about changing state of water without matter. What is matter? Matter is anything that has weight and occupies space. Everything is made up of matter. Like the chair is made up of water, tables, and so on. They have been made up of matter. Now let's look at the states of matter. We have solid, liquid, and gas. We are going to talk about it one after the other. First, let's look at solid. We say solid have a fixed shape. That means their shape does not change. Like what we have seen here, the shape of this stone. It has a fixed shape. It does not change. And also, solid have a fixed volume. Now let's go back to the picture. When we say something have a fixed volume, that means the space they occupy does not change. Now if we look at this picture, if we move it to another place, it will still occupy the same space. So this stone is a solid material. Now let's look at liquid. We say liquid are wet. They have fixed volume, which means the space they occupy does not change. But they do not have fixed shape. They only take the shape of the container which they are poured inside. Now, for instance, you have seen different containers here. Now, if one of these containers contains 5 ml of liquid, when you turn it to another container, it still remains 5 mil. And also when you look at it, the liquid content there takes the shape of the container. Now let's look at gases. We say gases are everywhere around us. They move about freely. Gases can fill a container of any size and shape. This is because gases have no fixed shape and no fixed volume. When we say gases has no fixed shape, it means they take the shape of the container. And when we say gases have no fixed volume, it means the space they occupy can be changed. Now let's look at this. This is a balloon. We say gases has no fixed volume. And also, it has no fixed shape. It only takes the shape of the container. Like what you have seen here, the gases here only take the shape of this balloon. And when the gases are being released, it will change the shape of this balloon, which means it has no fixed volume. And when gases are being filled or pumped into this balloon, it will increase the shape of this balloon. All this shows you that gases has no fixed volume, which means the space they occupy can be changed. Now let's look at the changing state of water. When we talk about the changing state of water, we say water is a type of matter that is found naturally in the 3 states as solid, liquid, and gas. And water can change from one state to another. Now let's see how it changes. First, when you put water in the freezer, it will become very cold and it will turn to ice, and the ice is called solid. Example of it is ice block. And after you remove the ice block from the freezer, then keep it for it to dissolve. When it dissolves, it turns to liquid. That means it has changed from solid to liquid. And after that, when the water is being heated, some of it turns into water vapor, and the water vapor is called gas or steam water. Now, how can this be achieved? When mommy boils water using kettle at home, when the water gets heated, look at the mouth of the kettle. You observe water evaporating into air as water vapor, and the vapor is called gas or steam water. I hope you have gotten it. Now, before I end my class, let's go back to the lesson for better understanding. We talked about water, and I said water is colorless, odorless, and tasteless liquid. And also we talked about matter. See, matter is anything that has weight and occupies space. We mentioned the state of matter, and they are solid, liquid, and gas. And also we talked about how water changes from solid to liquid. Now for your homework. Number 1. What is water? Number 2. Mention the state of water. Number 3. Explain how water changes from solid to gas. Do have a nice day and stay safe.